80 grams of protein, 60, so the protein's a little bit higher now, right? 60 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat. Okay, so let's see what we got down here. Can you guys read that or no, on the bottom? No? All right, well, do your best. So anyway, the carbs, guys, is 61. Okay, the fat is 5, what we wanted, and the protein 78, what we wanted 80. Okay, so that's perfect, right? It's right on. That's right on mark. Okay, grilled chicken, right? 10 ounces, a cup of rice. Okay, plain Greek yogurt, broccoli. Okay, those all equal those macros perfectly. And at the end of the day, you want to match up perfectly. Okay, and the more you do this, guys, the better you're going to get at it. Okay. Is anybody confused right now? Be honest. I'm going to help you guys out. It could be confusing. What's up, Christine? Tell me what you're confused at. So listen, this is what you got to do. You download this app, right? You start doing it now, tonight, okay?
What's the app?
MyFitnessPal. All right? You do trial and error, okay? You put certain stuff into it, right, to see if it can match that number you want to get. Okay? And if it doesn't, delete it, add something else, okay? If you have to add more protein, okay? Add some egg whites. You'll get used to that stuff as you go, guys, okay? It's not going to happen overnight, but once you learn this, it will be easy eventually, okay?
This is a big game changer for everyone. So if you could utilize this to its full potential, you guys are going to succeed with this, and you're going to carry it over as a lifestyle. All
right, so the next one, guys, a day you're not working out can be called a low-carb day. All right, so obviously your carbs are lower and your fats are a little bit higher. All right, so we're going to go through this again now. Meal 1, 50 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fat. Okay, so go to MyFitnessPal, look at the breakfast here, right? Tablespoon of peanut butter. Yeah, just so you know, guys, peanut butter is great, and I eat it a lot, okay? But it is very high in calories, so just watch with that kind of stuff, okay? 1 tablespoon in a clear tablespoon of peanut butter is 100 calories, okay? So it's very easy to overeat that way. An apple, okay? An apple, egg whites, and 3 eggs, okay? Now listen, if you guys go back to, if I go back to the other slide, you see how I only put 1 whole egg? Or I didn't put any whole eggs in there. I put no whole eggs in that meal, right? Because I have a low fat that day, okay? So I just had egg whites instead. That told me I can't have a lot of fat today. Let me just have egg whites today, okay? So this day, I could have fat. My fat's a little bit higher. I had 3 whole eggs. Right? I still have my egg whites for extra protein added onto it, but I had 3 whole eggs because I can. Right? It's my higher fat day. My carbs got to go down. So there's got to be like a push and pull somewhere. Okay? All right. So I had. So this one we had 20. It was supposed to be 25 carbs. We had 27. Right on point. 22.5. 22 for the fat, and then the protein 45 is supposed to be 50. All right. So it's right on point. Don't go crazy trying to match it up completely equal. If you're down by 5 or up by 5, that's fine. What's up?
For dinner.
For dinner? No, well, this is just by meal.
We don't eat dinner.
You can eat whatever you... Guys, good question. You can eat whatever you want, guys, right? So this is just like, this is what you're going to get, right? You're going to have this for your meal 1, right? It could be the same kind of thing for meal 4 for dinner, right? All right, it could be the same kind of thing for meal 4. You got to match whatever you want into that, okay? It's not easy, right? You got to learn the system a little bit, but... Candace, I'm going to put you on the spot, but it took you a little time in the beginning, right? But now you kind of have it down, right? Where in the beginning you were like frustrated though, correct?
Yeah, very.
And then you got it, and now you know what to do, right?
And I did what you told me to try to plan the day before.
Exactly. So a big thing is like literally I used to sit in bed and plan out my next day, okay? All right, but it's dedication, guys. It takes time. It takes effort. There's no simple method to it. Okay? So if you take the time and you really, all the answers are here. So if you take the time and try to learn it, all right, and try to actively learn, all right, you will learn it. Okay? So let's go through meal 2, okay, just for an example. 50 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fat. These meals be consistent on the low carb days because there's no training. So there's no reason to worry about higher carbs or lower carbs around your workouts because there is no workout in these days. Okay? So this is like a dinner, Danny, right here, okay? It's a lunch, but it could be dinner, it doesn't matter, okay? It's the same thing. All right, flank steak, okay? That's one of the leaner of the steaks, but I could have steak this day instead of chicken. Why? Does anybody know the answer?
Protein.
Well, yeah, you need protein both days, but why?
Higher fat.
There's higher fats. So if I can have higher fats, I might as well. Okay? So I'll have some steak on these kind of days because my fats can be higher. Right? Steak has a little bit higher fat than chicken. Well, a lot depending on the steak. Okay? Also, olive oil, what is that? It's a fat. It's a great fat, okay? All right, you want to have those. So I like to put it on my steak, so I put that in there, okay? And guys, it's 40 calories, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, okay? So when you're cooking, all right, that stuff matters, okay? It does. I know you're pouring stuff on, all right? That's where it catches up to you guys. You don't realize it. I just had a salad, but yeah, you had about 3 tablespoons of oil, right? So it's not just a salad, okay? Does everybody understand that? Avocados too, guys. Avocados, they're very high in fat. They're very high in calories. Yes, they're healthy. Yes, they're natural. Yes, whatever, but they're very high in calories, very high in fat. So you have to watch that. You can't just have unlimited avocados, okay? What else? String beans. Oh yeah, another thing, guys. Vegetables, string beans. This stuff has carbs in it, okay? Vegetables have carbs in it, okay? So you count those too, all right? You count everything. All right, and then the last one, all right, rice, okay? Guys, brown rice, white rice, doesn't matter as long as your macros fit in here, okay? White rice is faster acting, brown rice is slower acting. So brown rice might be a better option on a non-training day. White rice might be great after a workout because it's faster acting. Is everybody clear with that?
What does that mean, faster acting?
So it hits the blood faster, okay? You're gonna get it to your muscles faster. That's all it is, and you'll digest it faster. So brown rice digests slower, okay? So like, it doesn't matter, like brown rice, white rice, I never like worried about that ever, never had a problem, okay? What matters most out of that rice is how many carbs is in it, pretty much, okay? All right, my slide deleted before this, guys. I had more stuff, but it's all gone, so I can't show you anymore. I'm gonna try to go back to my computer really quick. In the meantime, guys, anybody have any questions? I want to answer questions. I know there's going to be a lot of questions because it's confusing, okay? So we're going to do that in a second, okay?
On the days that you're working out, what's the time frame that you should be eating meals before and after?
Excuse me, Alexa?
On like the days that you're working out, what's the time frame that you should eat a meal before and after?
So I'm gonna put that in your meal plans, but before, it really all depends on how you are, okay? So you can go anywhere from like an hour and a half to about a half hour. I like to eat right before I work out, like literally right before. I can handle it. Some people can't. And then after, you want to try to get it in within at most like an hour, hour 15 after your workout. Okay, so you're eating around it and you're fueling your body. You probably can't see this, guys, like well, but I'm just going to run through it. Okay, your protein. No, it won't matter, John. I don't think. Will it? Guys, so I'm going to email this anyway, guys. But your protein, guys, there's a whole list there. Veggies and fruits, which are pretty much carbs, okay? They're really just carbs. Some of them have some protein in them, but they're really just carbs overall. Healthy carbs, right? And then like brown rice, white rice, oatmeal, sweet potato, quinoa, any kind of beans. And then your healthy fats, guys. Any kind of butter, well, grass-fed butter, coconut oil, any olive oil, avocado, nuts. But remember, guys, fats are very high in calories. Okay, so just because it's a peanut or a cashew, it still has a lot of calories in them, okay? All right, don't be fooled by that, okay? Guys, whoever is doing the challenge, I'm gonna send out an email. You're all gonna get your customized macros, okay? And I'm gonna show a video too with that of how to help you guys match them up, okay? This method is a little bit hard to understand in the beginning, but if you work at it, guys, and I'm always here to answer questions, ask me questions, all right, you'll get better at it, okay, I promise, but you gotta give it a shot, okay? How long does it take to build a habit? Does anybody know how long it takes?
21 days.
What do you guys think?
21 days.
All right, 21 days is a good answer. That was in the old study, okay? But 66 days is the new study, okay? 66 days to build a habit. So guys, listen, you have one bad day, it's not a big deal, okay? Make up for it tomorrow. Stick this out for 66 days with a meal plan. Try to go through it, okay? And actually do it, okay? You mess up one day, big deal. Doesn't matter, okay? All right. Also, another topic I want to go over. How many meals should you eat a day? Does anybody know the right answer to this? Put the lights on. 6. Anybody else? 5?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay, guys? What matters at the end of the day is, what's the most important thing that matters? The most important? No. Well, yeah, macros kinda. What else?
Calorie intake. Calorie intake,
right? So if I have X amount of calories in one day, right, that's really what it is, right? It's all about your calorie intake, guys. Okay, but if any of that macro stuff is confusing you, don't worry because, oh, you have the list right there. Perfect. There you go, came prepared. If any of that confuses you, don't worry. At the end of the day, if I said, Brian, eat 1,500 calories, eat that, okay? 1,500. That's what matters the most, okay?
All in one shot.
You eat it all in one shot. I do that all the time. I actually, guys, I do that. That's called fasting, right? I do that too sometimes. I eat one meal a day sometimes in the middle of the day. I do it. I eat a little something before I work out, and then after I work out, I eat one meal. It's a big meal. It's like 4,000 calories. It's hard to do, actually. And then I'm done.
I could master that.
All right, so that's my point. It doesn't matter how many times a day you eat. Okay, you can eat once a day, twice a day, whatever fits you better. Okay, fits you most. Okay, so if I'm going to give you guys 4 meals per day, because it's pretty common that people want to eat about 4 meals a day. Now, if you want to combine 2 meals together, like say if I had 30 grams of protein in both meals, have 60 in one. That's completely fine. All right, you could put it all into one meal if you want to. All right, I like to eat a lot at one time. So what I'll do is, if I know I'm going out to a nice dinner on Saturday night, I'll even fast all day on Friday, and then Saturday I'll eat my big meal.
He really does do that.
Right, I'll eat like a 10,000 calorie meal at a restaurant, and I'll be okay. That's why I'm okay, because I gave it up the day before. Now that's not like the healthiest thing in the world to do, but it still works though. It does.
You think we should meal prep like
Yeah. So the meal prepping is huge because it's gonna force you to stick to plan. If you cooked meals on Sunday, you're not gonna waste a lot of food. You're gonna eat it, right? So that's why I think it's huge. Once you get good at measuring food, guys, like it takes a couple of weeks. All right, it's not gonna happen overnight. Once you get good at it, it becomes second nature. I don't have to look at this stuff anymore. I can kind of just eyeball it out. All right, but like I was obviously there at one point.